Hey, this is Ashley at Hedrick Homestead, where we provide practical resources for the homesteader, whether you just got started growing your own food or you've been doing this for a long time. So if you're interested in more homesteading content, go ahead and hit subscribe. All right, so in today's video, we're going to be talking about trellising tomatoes. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can support your tomato plants, but I found this method to be super simple and it has given us great results. And that is trellising upward on tomato twine with training to a single stem. So I'm gonna explain how we got these set up, and then we're gonna trellis some of our tomatoes. So the first step is that you need a trellis structure. Now, I built these trellises from 2x2s, just got some basic untreated 2x2s from the local hardware store. They're pretty cheap because it's just small lumber, and I cut them 6 feet tall lengthwise, and they come in 8-foot lengths, and so I just used 8 feet wide. And then I braced the corners, so added some nice angle cut braces there so that then they had more extra support. So this will be their 5th growing season. Actually, I think I took 1 year off, so 4th growing season but 5th year, and I have not had to even fix them yet, so they've been holding up really well. How I get them in the ground: so they're supported by T-posts, so I just pound T-posts in every 8 feet, and then I attach the trellises to the T-posts with some simple zip ties. It's really not complicated at all, but from a far distance they look like really nice wooden trellises, and really it's just some metal T-posts and some zip ties. So that's fun. Why I love doing this instead of building a more permanent trellis system is these are very easy to move around the garden. So if you're planting tomatoes here 1 year and over there the next, you can easily transition your trellises so that you're relieving disease burden and not growing the same thing in the same spot year after year. Once you get your trellises set up, then I normally plant my tomatoes. Now, when you first plant your tomatoes, depending on the size of your transplants, you probably don't need to provide support right away. So we actually planted these plants a couple of weeks ago, and now they're finally getting to the point where we want to start supporting them and trellising them and training them upward. So our plants are in the ground and needing training. How are we going to actually use this as a trellis? Step 1, you need some tomato twine. This is just a giant roll of twine. I use this for a lot of different things, even like marking lines for fences to make sure they're straight. It's just basic white twine. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and you're gonna tie it to the top bar of your trellis, right above your tomato plant, pull it all the way to the ground, cut it at about ground height. Then I take one of these plastic tomato clips, and these go around the base of your tomato plant, so you just clip it in. Now, when your plants are kind of little babies like this, it is gonna feel like putting a giant piece of clothing on a tiny child, but they will grow into it. So you're gonna clip them onto the plant, and then I just twist the plant around the twine a little bit. And then every time that you come out to your garden and walk your garden, which if you're like me, you like to do that for fun every single day, multiple times a day, you can just train those plants up as you walk through your garden. So you'll just keep twisting it around. These have provided great support even through storms, windy days. They really hold up well, so I've been really pleased with this system. The key is just to keep training them upward. With this method, you'll also want to train your tomatoes to a single stem. I will be doing another video on that shortly once my tomatoes get a little bit bigger, so it's easier to show you how to prune them. All right, leave any questions about the trellis down in the comments. Until next time.